About to show you a little bit, give you some pointers real quick. How I start, how Jeremy Cash started, all that good stuff. His wife, everything. She makes more money than him, so don't forget that. So this right here is the RSI, and if you notice, like the RSI, every time it's like high up here, this is high, this is low. Every time it's high, look up there at the chart. And you see how it's matching right here? It went above the Kepler channel a little bit. See how it went up? It went down. See how it went down? Look at this here. See how it went down? Right here? And it did the same thing right here. So you would have put a trade in for a sell, for a buy to go up right here. Get that? This purple line is your zigzag. That's this one right here. That's your moving average here, which is this purple squiggly line inside the channel, kinda. This is your Keltner channel. This is it right here. All this in between. You really don't like trading until you get a little more advanced inside of it. You want to focus when it's outside of it, like these times here. But you want to make sure that they always match. You want to make sure if it's up here, that it's also up here on the RSI at the highest level. And then that's your decision when to put in like either a 1 or 2 minute, 10, 5, whatever you do. These are your pairs. The pairs just mean two currencies, for instance, right here at the same time. AUD, CAD, EURs, those are pairs. So right now we're on the AUD CHF pair. This is what's going on. As far as, see, that's the Keltner channel. I turn it off, it turns on. Keltner channel. Moving average, when I turn it off, that's the moving average there. The zigzag, that's the zigzag. Okay. Here's stochastic. This is what I have mine set up as. Let's see, from 80 to highest, 20 to the lowest. Depending on when you change your, you can change your time frame. So for instance, right now, I'm on M1, which means 1 minute, which means if I zoom in, every single one of these equals 1 minute. Every 1 minute is going to change to a new one because I have it on the 1 minute chart. You know, if I was to put it on the 15, for instance, now every one of these represents 15 minutes. Every one is 15 minutes. It's a new one will pop up. As you can see, if you also want to verify if the RSI, like we were just on the 1 minute and it was up, you can also verify that over here to see if it's also up at that time too. So like right now, the RSI is up here and it's right here on the 15 minute. I'm gonna verify that. You can go even up to like the H4, that's 4 hours, which means now each one of these bars represents 4 hours. See, it's up here as well. I'm gonna check the usual one I use is the M1, just to start off and see how the RSI is also above here, and it's above the Keltner channel here as well. So those are good indicators to put in a trade for. And if you notice, it's going up. See, a lower high. See, it's going up. So also be cautious. That's why you go back usually. Like I would go back to the H1, let's say H1 for instance. I would go back to the H1 for instance, and I would look and see if there's a trend of it still moving upwards. And it is. So the trend, let me see, zones, which I'll talk about later. That's a zone. That's a zone. Basically, every tip of the pyramid is a zone. That's a zone. And if you notice, usually within the zones, they start fluctuating. See the bars? Each bar is fluctuating. See this zone here. So given the fact that that's way up there, more than likely, see how it's matching almost the height of this one is almost matching here, and we're on the H1. So let's see. Let's check the M1. This say it's here. This is the highest point. If we go back, because remember these are now 1 minute. We were just looking at each bar representing 1 hour. So we went back a couple of days to look at. So for instance, this zone here. Let's see. New higher zone. New higher zone. New higher zone. So it's gonna do this eventually. It's gonna go down eventually, just like they always do. See, the market always goes down eventually. I would put a trade in for 3 minutes right here, seeing if it hits the middle of the Keltner channel at least and bounce up. Because if you notice, that's the trend. It looks like it's hitting the Keltner channel here and then it's bouncing up. It was hitting the Keltner channel here and then it was bouncing up. See, it dropped here, but it didn't go outside the Keltner channel. So it's like it didn't really want to. See how it almost hit the lowest for the RSI? See, that's a little lower. So it almost hit the lowest for the RSI. So see, but it still went up because it's still at the bottom. So it still went up at that time. And it's just like not like guarantee, like more of a chance. You know, obviously it was, but you would have put in, if this is in 1 minute charts, you would have put in like a 10 minute one. You know, you would have got it. Somebody would have got it. Something like that, 15 minutes. You know, sometimes there's chances where you put 1 minute, 10 minutes, 2 minutes. It's just on how the graph is set up and how you're used to. Now, Jeremy Cash's wife, she uses 10 minutes almost all the time. And if you look at the channels, the videos they have on their YouTube, sometimes he puts her on there and you'll see like she's pretty successful in her own right with it. But you see, it's a trend of it's going up, see? Everything's going up, so expect it to more than likely go up. It's pretty early in the day for the market too, so it's more than likely going to still be going up. But you never know, right? But look, we'll see what I said. I would have put in a 3 minute for this one to touch right here. Because usually, as you'll learn, when you learn about more of what the Keltner channel is and does, and with the moving average, this is floating above the moving average right here. See? It's kind of floating along this purple line here. But it seems like it's going to mimic this to a degree and float on top of this middle of the Keltner channel and then go back up. But look, I said put it in a 3 minute and look. We were here, 1, 2, 3. So if I put my trade in here, bing, as long as after 3 minutes it's lower like I said it should be, I'm gonna get that trade. You know, I only got like 9 cents in my account now. See, I really think it's gonna go right here. See how high the RSI, and look at the RSI, it's been kind of floating. And, you know, it's eventually going to go down. Now, don't get me twisted. I've seen it be like, shoo, 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 shoo. But like I said, eventually it went down. And this is a Thursday. It's a good trading day. See how it's like. One, two, three. So once this one closes below that one, then I was right. Now it can go pew, or it can go pew. See? Oh, look at that. I told you. See? So that's what I mean when I say it's just studying on what this is, learning what these things mean, really reading this, like Matrix, like how people in the Matrix read the Matrix. Everything else, it looks like scribbled other people, but to you, this is the goal. See how it's like flirting right there? Because that's been the trend at times. See? Only more, but it's on an uptrend, so that it's going to get weaker if it's going up, and it's going from here doing like that to here to staying right here to, going up. Yeah, so I got that one. See, it went all the way down to right here. Look how it stopped literally on the line of this right here. Look how it literally got right where I said it was gonna do. And so more than likely, it's gonna it could fake out and probably still go down to here. It could. But if it's still an uptrend, it's more than likely gonna go up here, right? So I would do I would wait because there's other things. Like I would look at if there's a zone right there. Did it hit a zone? Is that why it stopped there? More than likely it is. Let's see. Zone. Yeah, so shoot. No, not yet. Still just in this uptrend. See? So you get what I'm saying, bro? This is how you do this. This is how you get that money. Could have put in $100 right there. I'd have had 200 right there. Phew. See? And I like when it's like a consistent trend like this. When it's something like this where it's obviously going up and all the time frames show that it's going up, And that's why I also like using the 1 minute too. But then I also always verify it with the 15, the 1 hour, usually. It just depends, But look at the RSI is going down. It's kind of having a curvature. But look at what it's done before with that. There's been times it's gone up when it's done that. But then there's times like this here. But we ain't worried about that. But you want to learn that to see, And then, you're only on AUD CHF. You got to do this with another one now. You got to go find another one. And these are currencies, Currencies are what we have, America, currencies, Canada. So that's Canada, Australia's. I don't want to say Britain. New Zealand. You see USD dollars. See, everybody's money's in this. But these here are OTCs. When you see that 92% payout, that's OTC. It's not until you get down. If it has OTC at the side, be careful with those because it kind of try to manipulate. But look at these that are open right now. The percentage of what you're going to get is a little lower, but you're actually in the actual market using the graph from the actual market. So it's a little bit, so they can't manipulate the market, the graph. So it's yeah. Let's see where this one went to. It takes you all the way back to the beginning. Alright, so we were there. Hit that. See? So it's more than likely going to pass this. Like all the other zones have been going higher than the previous one. So more than likely that's going to happen here. And there's things that can change the market, like news, stuff like that. But right now it's usually over for news. That's usually some morning stuff. Which I'll show you about that too, because that's pretty cool. That's where all of a sudden one of these will just go or way down or whatever. But yeah. I hope that helps, bro. If you got any questions, let me know.